Yeah, we need to get that story.
Wow, we have.
Right.
So we got 50 seconds.
Oh well, okay. So they have a decision on 17
Yeah, that's
counts,
cool.
deadlocked on 12 others.
Right. They got him on 17. The other 12 is deadlocked.
We got 40 seconds, y'all. 40
I mean,
seconds.
after that many, do it matter about the rest of them? Yeah, hurry up.
We got 30 seconds, y'all, into the intro. 30 seconds.
Until the intro?
Yep, 30 seconds.
Can somebody give me the stuff?
Text my people.
20.
So, Chicago. So, the Madigan thing.
Yeah, we doing very much.
We just talked about it 2 seconds ago.
10 seconds.
What's the song?
Not Much Longer Now by Rich Tolbert. 3, 2, 1.
I'm asking God to do it quickly, and I'm believing that not much longer now we are going to have the victory. You know what? My name is Victory, and it is a victorious Wednesday, not W-I-N. I mean, you know what? First of all, Tammy is about to get judo chopped up in this studio, trying to spray me with perfume to mess up this intro. But it is Wednesday, not W-E-D-W-I-N. We are winners, and no matter what the doctors say, no matter what the bank say, you have to believe, God, that you will win. This is your main man, Action Jackson, and I'm posted with Drunk.
It's your girl, Samara Fair, on the air, and I'm super excited to be here on this Winning Wednesday. I'm laughing because, let me tell you something, I get up really early, right? But I got up extremely early today. And I told Christy, if you ever book me, I don't care if it's Michelle Obama, if you ever book me and I got to be someplace at 6:15, you're right, I am punch drunk. Not drunk, punch drunk. But you know what? I had an amazing time on ABC today with the lovely Val Warner. And Tanya and I was like literally having a ball. You know, Adam is amazing.
The jury is out on that.
Not my jury. Not my jury. When I tell you he was there before us, set up the most beautiful display. You can see it. It's already run already, and it's getting ready to run again and then again tonight. So hats off to Val Warner and her entire magnificent team. They were great, and we truly appreciate it. And Tanya, you did your thing. Christy too.
Yeah, that is amazing. I'm so glad that you guys did that, and I can't wait to watch it. You know, we got to put it on our social media pages.
First thing I said to Val was, it's too early.
Val is amazing.
Yeah.
Val is amazing. But you know what? It's a testament to the great work that you're doing, and you are an example to so many people to just keep on grinding.
Well, thank you so much. Speaking of grinding, last night I was on a Zoom call. I was actually a panelist on a Zoom call that Congressman, U.S. Congressman Danny.
Put some respect on that name.
You got that right. I had to correct it because it deserves the respect. It's about 90 people on the call talking about these funding freezes, right? And how impactful it's a lot more than I thought it was. And it was representatives from every genre, USAID, Homeland Security, the veterans.
All the organizations Trump cutting out.
All the organizations Trump's cutting out. But there were organizations on there that I did not realize he was cutting out. Yeah. And some of those freezes have already put people out of business.
Yes.
So, we have to talk about that. But I got a solution. I'm a solution-based person.
Yes. What's the solution?
I'm going to talk about it. I don't want y'all to go nowhere.
But before we go, I got a shout out. Yesterday, I was a guest on WVON.
Okay.
On former Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr.'s show. And I was so on. Yeah, former Congressman. He used to be the Congressman, Jesse Jackson Jr.
Oh, well, he's now, isn't he the Congressman still?
No, that's Jonathan Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are really punch drunk. Lord Jesus. But I was so honored. I actually met him yesterday. He was at an event we both spoke at, and I took it as I must have done a good job. He invited me to be on the show, and it was an amazing time. And he pumped up the brunch bunch. A lot of shows don't do that. And asked me to be a regular
host.
Yes, I was trying to.
Who's punch drunk now?
Say it like CNN, a regular contributor or whatever they call it. I was trying to get a lieutenant, but nevertheless, correspondent. But it was a great time. We talked about. You know what? Somebody called me yesterday and we going off, but they said, we listen to you and Tamara. Y'all are so funny. Somebody, you are just crazy. And I said, it's Tammy that makes me crazy.
Oh, it's Tammy.
It's definitely you.
No.
But shout out to Dave's Hot Dog, who I know are laughing at us right now because they got us turned all the way up. But we're going to turn you all the way up because it's Winning Wednesday. We got our security expert coming in the room, and we got some hot music for you. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bar.
What's hot music, guys?
Hot music, good music.
We got some hot music.
She ain't never heard hot music. What's wrong with this lady? Oh, make sure I shout out to Singing Breakfast tomorrow, brunch. And I need you there at 2:00.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blizzard.
Oh, is it?
It's
The blizzard now to be over by tomorrow.
no, it's a blizzard now. It's gonna be a blizzard.
The streets
tomorrow.
will be. Zoe said Tammy is giving Janet Jackson vibes. Love your outfit.
Let me thank you so much.
She giving Randy Jackson vibes drunk.
You know what? Stop. Wait till I get this AK and shoot you back.
Adam, come here, get this off Tammy ass for her.
It's a no for me, dog.
Look, he went straight to the phone. I said, he went to the phone.
What is it? It's an apple.
Oh, no. Black History in minute 45.
You know what? They are just like hating on me. What's up, Danny? Hey, are you coming to Fisk this year? It's what? It's February now, right? So you got 3 months. March, April, May. Yeah, you got 3 months. Hey, Gene, 5601.
Where's that at?
Rental provisions. Do you all have my story?
Waiting for it to be printed.
697.
They do me so wrong, y'all. Sometimes, but most of the time they do me right. I can't get enough.
Most of the time. What'd you say?
see how drunk people associate.
Hey, Sharice.
Tell us some most of the time. I said, but most of the time.
One, Black History.
I'm in the Black History.
Oh, okay. So here's your exclusive topic today, guys. What is the most significant or memorable time that you have ever had in Black history? Seriously, like what? For me, the most significant time that I ever had in Black history was when I met Barack Obama.
Black History Month or just somebody black?
In Black history, period.
It was when I met Willie Wilson.
Okay.
Well, why you laugh?
30 seconds, Black History.
Don't judge my Black History fan.
Doctor.
Doctor.
It's 30 seconds.
Turn it up. Why we can't hear it in here?
I got my script. Okay. Y'all do me so bad. That's okay, because I got this. I don't got to get ready because I want stay ready. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Christy, don't book her no more early.
Shout out Christy Love. I am mind and body. Okay, you got it all.
Stay in my car and I didn't drive my car.
Oh, on my IG? I did? No, I don't remember. The real history.
Well, on today's Black History Fact, I'm wondering when I got the note how Abraham Lincoln was the Black History Fact. But it is his birthday today, and we should have been closed. A lot of places are closed. Look at you. I'm like, why are we not closed for Abraham Lincoln's birthday like everybody else? No respect. You know what?
No, they just lumped it all together. So Monday.
Trump canceled it. That's it.
President.
Trump canceled it. That's what I'm gonna go with. You know what, Trump?
You made that up, dog. You made that up.
But on February 12th, 1909, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP, was founded, making a significant event in Black history. You know, that is the Black History Fact of the day. I do want to shout out. Tomorrow it is going down. Do not allow the snow, Tamara Fair, to keep you from a love event that's going to blow you away. That's
the
right.
Snow is going to blow you away.
The Jackson Action Coalition and Commissioner Tara Stamps is hosting the Senior Squad Valentine's Day Day Party at 6978 Soul Food. It is going down from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It is free for the first 100 seniors who register 62 and up. Yes, I will be IDing. You know, I know some of you look 21, but I gotta make sure you're 62. This is for the seniors. So if you're 40, don't come in trying to get a free meal. But we're
They
gonna
just look good.
they just look good. We're gonna have fun. We got a live band. Shout out to Miss Dorothy, the owner of 6978 Soul Food, who is laying and spread out fried chicken, fried catfish, all of the sides that you can think about. And Tamara Fair and I will be in the building to greet you. Tammy didn't know, but I grew up in the church. You know, I was taught, "Be ye also ready." Tammy is actually the official host of tomorrow's
And
event.
I'll be there from 2 to 3. 2 to 3.
Well, you better be on time if you want to meet Tamara Fair. We're gonna have a good time, great event. We just gonna party. It's not one of those speakers and all that. Just come in ready to eat.
Not true. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak at 2:30 at 3. No, 2:50.
Well, we won't have a lot of speakers, just the hostess with the mostest.
No.
And I know she have on a wonderful pink outfit.
Oh.
That's easy to do.
Yes.
And we're gonna celebrate the seniors. What better month than to love on seniors than Black History Month and Love
Because
Month?
they actually are Black history. Like truthfully, they paved the way for so many people that have come behind. You know what pains me is to see 50 years of gains just be wiped out in 2 weeks, like literally. But you know what? We're gonna keep our heads up, we're gonna keep our hearts high, and we're gonna keep our heads lifted to where our help comes from, because no matter who's in the White House, he's still on the throne. He's still in the blessing business, y'all. Keep those prayers going up. I love it when you do that.
Well, because you didn't give neither one of us. I didn't know you was in it, but I'm glad Jarrell was on point. Oh.
I thought you would pick it up because it's your day. What's up, Roland? My wonderful.
Don't pat yourself on the back. Huh?
You did your thing.
Jarrell act like Trump.
You are obsessed with Trump. I'm convinced you're obsessed with Trump.
For somebody who don't like Trump, you talk about him a whole
Only in this studio because we got all these Trump supporters.
No, man. President Jackson one day.
So, guys, do you remember?
We got President Musk because it ain't Trump. Clearly, did you see that?
Did you see him in the Oval Office with his son on top of his head?
I've never seen that in.
I've never seen that in all my years of seeing presidents.
And Trump was playing with the baby while he was talking.
You might as well have had a barbecue pit in there.
So we know who the real president is.
President Musk. Well, you know what?
What is this? Jonathan McGee?
Oh, thank you, Roland. What's up,
Abel.
Stu?
So we did Jesus the Love Song.
Today, y'all must be staying in the house because it's snow. Well, I know it's not snowing in Brazil.
Oh, we don't have to. We got to let go and
if
then
it's snowing
work.
in Brazil, I know Trump did it.
So you don't want Jesus to love on?
Zoe, you about to get blocked.
What is
But Marcel is obsessed. LOL.
what we said?
I think you should embrace it.
I mean, he the president. Of course, we're talking
So
about.
stand in your lane said ghetto.
It was very ghetto.
What was ghetto? Oh, in the White House?
Yes.
It was crazy. I never even seen anything like that. Now, had Barack had a barbecue, a slab of ribs, and some paper plates,
What?
and some red cups, it would have been all over the news.
Why you just couldn't say if Barack had a crazy white man in his office with a kid on his shoulder? Why you got to go to a barbecue?
Ribs in the office, that'll be on the news.
Right. Where's the parallel?
Well, I'm just saying, like culturally, there's some intrinsic things that we all do, right? And so culturally, Black people have barbecues, right?
White people barbecue.
I love barbecue.
They bake their barbecue.
They can't come to the black barbecue, but if they,
No, they do
so
have.
y'all can come, just don't bring no food.
You bake your barbecue? So remember Carson's? They baked their barbecue. They didn't grill it.
What do y'all have with raisins on it that I said your father makes it or something? But y'all do potato salad with raisins, right?
Yeah, a lot of white people do potato.
What was the dish y'all had? And I was like, yeah, that's white.
It was funeral group. I know what you're talking
Mayonnaise, you gotta have mayonnaise and potato salad.
Yeah, you can't bring that to the barbecue.
I don't think we.
What would you put in mayonnaise? That ain't black or white. That's not cultural.
I love it.
I don't eat mayonnaise.
Yeah, we don't even have it.
You don't have it in your house.
We don't need it.
Like it's like banned.
Man,
It's banned in our house.
Mayonnaise? Well, Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip too.
Miracle Whip is banging.
I want nothing white in my house.
The views and opinions of Marcel. I'm sorry, Roland. The views and opinions of Marcel.
Cellulite, yes. Last year his daddy LOL.
Yeah, some of that.
I can't remember what it was. What up, Otis?
We got 40, y'all.
Reynolds Provision said he loves barbecue. Oh, you gotta go now. Okay.
Oh, they had dressing with raisins in it. Yeah, don't worry.
I didn't eat it. That was disgusting.
30 seconds.
What was the most memorable?
Did y'all get the Madigan story?
Yes. What was the most memorable time that you have ever had
Like,
in Black
hey,
history?
take that hood
For
off.
me,
My
for you
head.
guys who just joined me,
What's wrong? You
that
cold?
President Barack Obama.
Why was wrong with your head?
He wasn't the president yet.
Derrick Rose won MVP.
That's a good one.
What was that?
Black history. It was the first rookie to ever win a MVP in history.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, it is. You know, people was talking about Derrick Rose.
He just got retired.
It's controversial.
So just when you think that Trump is like dominating the news,
You talk about Trump too much.
Mike Madigan bringing up the rear quite nicely. Guilty of bribery, conspiracy, wire fraud, etc. That is a ... So, in a landmark verdict, former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan, once the nation's longest serving legislative leader, was convicted of multiple corruption charges. Well, the jury found Madigan guilty of 10 counts, including bribery and wire fraud, while acquitting him of 7, and the remaining 6 are deadlocked. Well, this decision marks a significant fall from grace from a man who wielded unparalleled influence over Illinois politics for decades. So, the background and the charges: Madigan, often referred to as a velvet hammer for his discreet yet powerful leadership style, was at the helm of the Illinois House from 1983 until 2021, with a brief 2-year interruption. Well, his tenure was marked by his control over the legislative agendas, political appointments, redistricting processes, and then in 2022, a federal indictment charged him with 23 counts, alleging his involvement in racketeering conspiracy that exploited his political position for personal gain. The indictment portrayed Madigan as a leader of the Madigan Enterprise, a scheme designed to enrich himself and his associates through illicit activities. Well, the key allegations, according to the prosecutor, accused Madigan of leveraging his political influence to benefit utility companies in exchange for kickbacks, jobs, and contracts for his loyalists. Additionally, he was alleged to have directed private legal work to his law firm unlawfully. The prosecution's case was bolstered by extensive evidence, including hours of secretly recorded videos and phone calls captured by the former Chicago alderman turned FBI informant. Don't ask me his name. So, trial highlights: the trial, which commenced on October 2024 and spanned several months and featured testimony from over 60 witnesses, including prominent political figures and business leaders. Well, a pivotal moment occurred when Madigan took the stand in his own defense, a rare move that underscored the trial's significance. He portrayed himself as a dedicated public servant, asserting that when people asked me for help, if possible, I tried to help them. However, under cross-examination, prosecutors highlighted recordings where Madigan appeared to acknowledge the benefits his associates received from his actions. Well, alongside Madigan stood Michael McLean, a longtime confidant and former state legislator, and the jury remained deadlocked on all charges against McLean in his trial. Notably, McLean had previously been convicted in a related bribery conspiracy involving ComEd, Illinois' largest utility company. Well, I actually had the pleasure of meeting with Michael Madigan, which,
Before or after the wires?
well, he'd been busy, so it had to be before. And I never got that. Like, I know his reputation, and everyone that said that we were never going to get a meeting with Michael Madigan, that even if we did get a meeting, it was going to be very brief, and he does not smile. None of that was true. None of it. The meeting went on and on. He even pushed back a meeting so that we could continue. This is during the Rauner shutdown of childcare. And so, of course, we met with him as he was the leader, the Speaker of the House. And so we needed his assistance in order to find monies in order to refund child care. Not refund, but refund the program.
Well, that's a testament to you can't believe everything you hear. And just because somebody treats you one way doesn't mean they're going to treat me the same. Illinois Republicans are excited about this. They said that they are happy and hope this breaks down the Madigan machine, which I think the machine has already been broken down, even when he first got charged. And now we have an amazing Speaker of the House, Brother Chris Welch. So, first black speaker. Now, that is my Black History moment, being able to sit and meet the first black speaker of Illinois.
Yes, that is very commemorative, and I did meet with him too, and it was a different type of meeting, I'll say.
Okay.
Very different.
That's
Different from
good.
Madigan.
Of course.
Yeah. So my point is that you're right. When you meet with somebody, everybody treats you different. You extract a different aura from everybody that you meet based on the aura that you're emitting, right?
Yeah.
And so it is unfortunate that it came to this because he did have a very long standing and up until then stellar career in Illinois politics and made moves. Like he said, when people asked me for help, I gave it to him. And
But at what cost?
it didn't cost us anything.
He had to kiss the ring.
I
Maybe
didn't
somebody
mind
in your group did.
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
no, not at all. But anyway, it does speak to the fact that we do need leadership that is not compromised by their own personal gain. If you go into public service, there has to be a heart for public service because you are actually representing people that don't even know that they need representation. You're fighting for people that don't even know that they need to fight.
Yeah.
It's a thankless job, and you have to have the heart for it. So
Gotta have the heart and you gotta have a moral conscience.
yeah,
Because you can't go into this to enrich yourselves and your family. You're supposed to go into this to support, advocate, and speak for the people who voted you in office. But sometimes our elected officials go in with the sole purpose of me, and what can I get? And that's not the way. So I don't like billionaires being elected officials, but I also would like to see more self-sufficient folks run for office because you're not easily bought.
well, you said something that was very important in that soliloquy that you just shared with us. And my question to you then is, should Trump be able to buy Gaza and turn it into another offshore Mar-a-Lago? If that's not self-serving, if that's not the epitome, the example of self-service, I don't know what is.
Not to defend Trump.
And I'm not finished. And as you go defend it. And if that be the case, should any of these people be convicted of any crimes if he's above the law in every crime?
Yeah, that question, two ends of the spectrum, but I'm gonna go with the first one first. Trump didn't say that he was buying Gaza. He said America, United States was buying Gaza.
Okay.
So that's the difference. He is not America. He's not the king. He don't own this country. So he's buying it. He said the country is buying it. That's like you.
But the country didn't ask for it.
Tamara, you're different from Premier. You buy a car, that's Tamara's car. If Premier buys a car, that's Premier's car. So that's two different entities buying it.
Before you said that?
No. Trump said America is buying it, so that'll put it on the tax roll for America. It won't enrich him. Now, what would happen?
Tax roll, America will never see that tax roll unless it's paying more taxes.
Trump hotels in Gaza. Then he's going to.
Now that is where the issue lies. If Trump is not going to be on the deed for Gaza, America will be on the deed for Gaza.
So
now, if Trump starts building Trump hotels, therein lies the issue, right?
Yeah.
But we also have to understand, and I said this on the show yesterday, we as African Americans and just people in general that are not politically astute, we have to really pay attention to things that are happening on the policy levels and in government, because we can't cry about something if we're not paying attention. If America buys Gaza, then which one of us gonna be the first to go over there and start buying land and develop? Jarrell said he'll go, but I'm not gonna cry and complain if I ain't going over there to do nothing.
So will that be the 51st state? Yes.
Maybe it'll be like Puerto Rico. It's not a state, but it's a territory.
Well, you know what? I think that After
I'm not saying I'm going to Gaza, but if an opportunity to invest on the riverfront was there and he already got it, I may say, come on, y'all, let's put this money up because that's where the wealth is made. We can't control what's happening.
They're going to get you in Gaza and you're going to have a big mass grave and they're going to put 1, 2 sticks on top of it.
I definitely ain't going. Don't want to be Trump right now, but I tell you that much. But yeah, I mean, so I'm not defending them, but we got to start looking through all lenses, right?
I agree we need to start looking offshore. I think that we need to look at several different streams of income. I just think that we need to trust the partners that we are engaging with. And at this point, I don't know if the trust factor is really there with this whole situation.
Daniel Lane said, I'm investing with you, AJ. That's what I'm talking about. I'll say this.
There's going to be 2 sticks.
When gentrification happens in your community, do you just stand idly by or do you become the developer? That's the issue. We see gentrification happen, but we don't try to get in front of it. But when we see new buildings going up, we should be buying the land in the middle and building us some new buildings and making them very affordable so that we don't get outpriced in our community. But if the gentrifiers want to build and help us get more equity, then that enriches us, right?
It does.
I can't get nobody to help me.
I can't. You can't. You still can't. I just said it does, so we can go on to the next segment.
See that? Look, the people who you missing it. You're missing it right now. The city of Chicago. This is my what's going on. I'm like the pastor. We ain't gonna do all these announcements. We're going right into what's going on. So what's going on is right now in the city of Chicago, there's a program called the Missing Middle that Mayor Brandon Johnson's administration has put out, and it is to encourage investors to buy these lots in our community and invest, and they will give you grant money up to $150,000 per unit to develop, right? If you don't take advantage of that and other people do, who the fool? I can't get anybody to help me.
Well, you know what? It's a very different dynamic investing domestically than it is international.
I know, but the moral is
you don't know.
When you see investment. No. The moral is the same though. When you see an opportunity, take it. We are suffering from an epidural that America gave us that has not worn off. And I'm quoting Reverend Jesse Jackson. We don't understand investment opportunities because we weren't taught. And when they're in front of us, we're too afraid to do anything. But then we're crying saying we want access to capital, generational wealth, and want to build it. But when we got Shirley and Latricia on here talking about buying real estate, you don't want to call because you're scared. When Bally just said, I'll give you an opportunity to invest for $250, I got more questions about $250, like it was $250,000. But you will go spend that at brunch on Sunday. You see, the mayor is saying, I want to cut, it's called cut the tape. Well, you can get permits a little bit easier these days. He's saying, I got missing middle money. He's saying, I got neighborhood opportunity fund money. But fear stops us from doing things. And if it's the fear of international investments, I get it, but it's the same internationally or domestically. I just told somebody on the phone the other day, and this is a announcement, but we are starting construction on Chicago Avenue. And somebody said, "How are you start?" Oh yeah, you can clap for that. So when you see the cranes and all that out, I said, "Well, I'm taking a loan to get it going because I don't want to wait 6 months to a year for state funding." Well, whoa, why would you do that? Why wouldn't I? I'm paying taxes on the building that's not generating any income. The loan will help me to get it fixed and get income. And then I can pay the loan. And then when the money comes from the grant, I can pay the loan off. It makes good sense to me. But somebody that's business astute, financially astute, didn't get it at first until I had to explain it. And I'm like, this has been my fight, but it's a real fight. We got to wake up when we see opportunities. If it's Gaza or Greenwood, if it's Tulsa or Florida, if you see a good opportunity, learn and quit being afraid because scared money don't make no money. And now I'm off my soapbox. And if you want to send me an offering, nothing but the truth will help me God ministries. I'm done. But you know what? We are going to let go and let God, like Keith Wonderboy Johnson. We'll be back with our main man, Stacey, right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Let me tell you guys something.
Yeah, that was good.
That was crazy. Let me tell y'all something.
Some of the classes, boy. Financial literacy.
Don't listen to that.
I had so many people ask me questions about a $250 investment.
It's so different doing business abroad than it is here.
Oh, no question.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm sorry, but everybody that I know who has
I just got it. Thank you, Holy Ghost, to combat you.
What?
It won't be abroad if America is buying the land. It'll be governed by American laws. So guess what?
First of all, do you know that this administration is trying to wipe your very existence out?
I'm not talking about that, Tabby. I'm saying if he buy Gaza and it's an American.
I thought it was U.S. buying Gaza. Did you say
I'm saying
that?
U.S.
If he buy,
He, as in America. If America buys Gaza and is governed by American laws, guess what? That's not an international investment anymore.
There are no laws right now. Do you know that there are no laws? The courts have sanctioned him, have ordered him to do and stop all of these government freezes because they're illegal. You know what he's done? He's ignored them. There's no way that they can even enforce those orders to. So I want you to understand that we are on the pathway back to Dred Scott. So do you think for 1 minute that they're going to allow you to go and invest in Gaza and come back? Boy,
when you ain't got a seat at the table, create the table.
Okay, create
your
table.
They can't listen. First of all, we still have laws that govern this land. We're not living in a lawless time yet, and I'm believing God that will not happen, right?
It's rogue.
It's a little rogue, but they are stopping and putting injunctions up. But
if you cannot enforce the injunctions, what is the overseeing body that makes you, when you've ignored a court order? I know when you're a black man and you don't pay child support, they come get you and put you in jail. What is it at the executive level that makes you respect the court order? When you got the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, that's already put you in an immune state from being prosecuted for any crime that you've committed before, during, or after.
Well, they passed a law that presidents can't be. That was the government before Trump got in office. But I will say this. We cannot be. I don't support Trump, but I just support the ideology of right is right, wrong is wrong. Are we upset at somebody who played the game right and is winning his way? Even though we don't like, because if Democrats could stack the courts,
I'm not talking
stack the House and all of that, they would. And they would be doing the laws that they want to do. And I'm going to go down the list with a couple of them that I don't agree with, that I'm glad are reversed.
I agree with you on that.
But my point for this was, if the opportunity was there, not saying I think it's right that he want to buy Gaza. I don't even know if the U.S. can buy Gaza, right? How he going to do it, I don't know. But
he didn't say nothing about buying Gaza. He said we're taking Gaza.
Well, I know they can do that because that's in their DNA. That's in their DNA. But my point was, if they were to take control of this land and its investment opportunities, like how we saw in Dubai, how they built up this whole country and making a lot of money, I'm just saying if there was an opportunity, you're going to say, no, I don't want to be the first black business over there or the first black developer. It's going to happen with or without you.
Aren't all the people
gonna happen without me?
Don't they hate Americans too, though?
Who?
Gaza?
People in Gaza, that would hate Americans.
Palestinians?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're getting murdered over. That's what I'm saying.
Slaughtered. Murder is different. Slaughtered is what they're getting.
I'm not gonna tell you talking about a hostage crisis. You let them go over there and start talking about this.
You're gonna be a hostage. And guess what?
It's gonna be the new Riviera. Be like, okay.
I'm sending my people.
Guess what? You sending his people, right? So you gonna put your people up for slaughter.
I'm gonna hire some of Trump team.
He's gonna be a hostage and ain't gonna be no. Let me tell you what they're gonna.
I don't think that's gonna happen though. I just don't really realistically believe that's gonna happen.
Though, guys, he's throwing so much stuff at the wall
To see what sticks.
and you never. When
it's
you
all sticking.
React to one thing, he's throwing several more things at the wall.
So
we're gonna take Panama Canal. We gonna go over and run Canada. I mean that's like,
he ain't doing all that.
It's a comedic strategy.
It is, and to deflect you.
That's what works in this world now.
And it's to deflect you from other things that's really happening, like the Department of Education being locked down and Elon Musk going through everybody's personal files.
That's the biggest security breach I've ever seen in my life.
famous. He know the game, bro. He a media guy.
What girl?
He know what time that girl that the lift wouldn't let her in the car. She's too big. Adam, don't do it. Don't do it. You gotta see that?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden she's a rapper. Sure.
But she was already famous, I thought.
Hey, y'all, we about to go in, y'all.
She doesn't have.
You not ready?
Those people should not be famous.
Well, go viral.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it is.
So I was trying to.
Hey, hey, what's up? Happy Wednesday, guys. We're having a great time. It's the show, and then it's the show, right?
Right. It's
What
the show
you can
behind
see,
the show.
what you can hear, right? Good afternoon. Glad to see everybody today. What's up, Marcel? Tammy, what's happening?
What's up?
What's
Before
up,
you
what's
get
up?
into this great segment, I just want to reiterate for the hundreds of thousands of people listening, I did not vote for Trump. I am not a Trump
You
supporter.
didn't have to.
I am just voicing opinion.
Have you in the studio. You know what you do is super important. And what I would like for you to do is take your cameras over to Gaza. So that when you see
I thought we were moving on.
You didn't see Marcel?
yeah.
Jarrell play Jonathan McReynolds moving on. So Stacey, what's going on? You know what? And we're living in some crucial times,
We
right?
are.
Times of uncertainty, times of unrest, Tammy. Times that we don't know what's gonna happen. You know, Reverend Evans used to say we don't know what politicians are gonna do. Now he said this in the 90s and it's relevant right now. But we got you to help us protect our
One thing I'm gonna say on this note, because I've been in the studio just hearing, you guys go back and forth about the Mike Madigan situation. He might be in a position to get a pardon like Rob and everybody else.
good one.
It's a whole nother conversation. He might be making a direct beeline and be like, "Hey, can you hook me up like you did Kwame and like you did?"
See, I don't know if Trump gonna rock with
him.
him though, because he a staunch Democrat. You know, Trump ain't rock.
Well, I don't know because your man in New York was a staunch
I
Democrat
forgot
too.
about him too.
The mayor.
He gave him a pardon.
He did, and now the mayor is
Go Trump. Yeah, look,
DOJ just dropped a whole case with him out there in New York, but you
that's good though.
yeah. But think about it, and then we'll get to my segment. He has created the olive branch to all these individuals who've been in trouble with the government, so now they become his puppets.
yeah.
Now,
In that sense, I'm just
Jesse
saying.
Jackson Jr. said these are not my words. I just had to preface with it. He talked about these pardons yesterday, and he said Trump, this Republican, went in and pardoned and commuted the sentences of more people than any Democratic president has done in one single day.
Yep.
And the pardon power, he said, Democrats and Republicans, but he said Democrats hold the pardon power to their chest like it's their own war chest when they should be using this to pardon so many people. And like Tammy always says, if you do it for one, do it for all. I would love to see Trump do this for all of the weed cases that have been served time and now can't get a job, for all of the people who paid their debt to societies. I would love to see that
I'm
happen.
sure Brother Jesse would like his pardon as well.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
But he said he advocating for everybody, and he was releasing yesterday the letter he wrote on behalf of Rod Blagojevich because Trump told Rod, in order to get the pardon, I need a letter from Jesse Jackson Sr. and Jr.
Wow.
And he supported, and he was making that public yesterday. So I hadn't looked at it. But he said, this is not just about me. He said, this fight is about now I understand that I can't do nothing because I've been convicted.
So we'll get to this, but this is really good. So that tells me that Brother Jesse Jr. is playing chess and not checkers.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. He wrote a letter on behalf of this other individual here, and hopefully the other individual that got the pardon might do some things for him as well.
Yep. And he said Joe Biden, who he talked to several times, didn't look his way. And he talked to him about pardoning, but Joe Biden then pardoned his whole family and nobody else. That's a big, I mean, listen, you know.
And I'm not saying that I agree with the Democrats holding all of these pardons to the chest, but are you passing out pardons like Skittles? Because that really diminishes the value of a pardon. Now, do I agree that you should just go down the list of who deserves pardoning? Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But if you've pardoned more people in one day than any preceding president had during their entire term. That says to me that it's not of value.
It,
No, it's still a value.
it's major value
Yeah.
to him. With
Or
these
it's diminishing the value,
Oh,
is
yeah,
what I meant to
diminishing
say.
No,
value.
it can never diminish the value because guess what? He didn't do everybody, and it's still valuable to. If he did 1,500 people, how many people are in this country?
Well, I mean, let me be specific. The people that were involved in the insurrection, it's questionable whether or not they should have been pardoned. They actually committed those crimes. They were
Against police officers and so on.
But
exactly.
watch this. He gave us a history lesson, and I'm gonna go through it because it was very interesting. He talked about the president who came in and pardoned all of the slave owners in this country, so that they could never be prosecuted for being slave owners, right?
Mhm.
But he started talking about the power of the pen when it was for people that don't look like us. When we had people in office that were supposed to represent us, but has not used this pardon power to help.
I'm
And
trying
look
to
at
figure
all of
out how
these.
you correlated and thought that was going to strengthen your
Well,
argument
it's
about the slave
saying
owners.
the our not enemies. I don't want to. White folks have
But
taken care of white folks. Our black president didn't pardon a lot of people that should have been pardoned. We got legal marijuana, and we got people who cannot get jobs because they have marijuana cases.
that's true.
That's a travesty.
That is
We
true.
have gun cases that people have been charged with gun cases.
Yeah.
Now you can be concealed carry. That's a travesty.
Yeah.
You gotta
So you got to go back and fix.
you
that.
got to go back and
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
that. You got a mom in the house with a gun. Now she in trouble because the police came in, but now she can legally have a gun, but she got this conviction on her that doesn't allow her to get a job. We got a president in the White House that's a convicted felon. He got the best job in the country. But I know brothers that are right here on Roosevelt in California trying to get resources and help and housing because they got an X on their back, and now they call ex offenders and felons.
And still have to check the box.
Still got to check the box.
Well, let me just fact check all of y'all. Okay, Donald Trump's president before Donald Trump, Franklin D. Roosevelt had granted the highest number of pardons in the United States, and that was 3,687
Who were the
pardons.
people?
You want me to list 3,000?
No. I want you to know what I mean. Was it a group of people?
Following Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, who served from 1945, he pardoned 1,900 people, and Joe Biden has surpassed previous records by granting 8,064 pardons during his term from 2021 to 2025, making the highest number of pardons issued by any U.S. president to date.
Oh,
But it
let me
just-
go
but-
back.
but
I
it-
said in a single day.
No,
That I did. Trump did it in a single day. You talking about 4, 5, 6 years?
But the difference.
when
is,
did the president serve 4, 5, 6 years?
I'm just saying.
Biden did not. He served 4
Barack
years.
Obama served 8.
I said
So I'm
Biden.
saying 4, 5, 6. As in these presidents had either one or
Did I
two
say
terms.
Barack at any time during?
But nevertheless,
But-
Trump did it in one single day.
But the difference with Trump is everything is televised.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
that's the biggest difference.
And so, are you doing it for clout, or are you doing it because they were wrongly convicted? Because that's really what it was supposed to
He
be.
doing it to support his base. He told them, "You get me in, I'm getting you out."
It is clout.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, clout.
It's definitely clout. Because do you think that the mayor of New York is going to rock against him now? Absolutely. No.
No.
He's going to enforce everything when it comes to immigration that Trump wants to enforce in New York.
And he wanted to anyway, and he spoke against it. And this is just a conspiracy theory coming from New York that the reason he got all those indictments was because he was speaking against the immigrants and the migrants. So then the Democratic Party came for him because he wasn't doing what they wanted him to do. But that's not my opinion. That's his opinion. I'm just saying, and Tina said, it's so true. It's ridiculous that people are locked up for weed. It's a double standard for sure. We got to pay attention to some of these double standards and wonder why we're not getting it. We saw money flow freely to Mara during the COVID pandemic. Not saying Trump was the reason for it, but I'm also saying it let us know when government wants to get you some resources, they can get it.
They definitely can.
They can
Now,
get it
as
done.
of February the 12th, 2025, which was not too long ago. What's today's date?
Today.
Oh, yeah, that day. Trump has pardoned approximately 1,787 people during his time in office. This includes 143 pardons during his first term, 2017 to 2021, and about 1,644 pardons during his second term, which which is now 3 weeks old.
And you know they're saying that
3
even,
weeks.
they're saying even the support amongst black men is up to like 42 to 46% now.
Fact check that for me.
I just want to say this. I just want to say I don't.
Can I just say that both of you guys are gonna need security at your homes?
Higher than that.
Stay in your lane said if they wanted to, they would. Hello.
Both of y'all gonna need security at your homes.
You know what? Security is at my house. It's called the Holy Ghost. I can't get nobody to help me. Listen, you better talk about it. The truth will stand when the world is on fire. The truth is, we are seeing that, and good or bad, we're being taught that when we elect people, they can do what they say they do or want to do. And we have to start holding our elected officials accountable because this dude, right or wrong, is doing what he said he was going to do. And you can't be mad at that. I'm mad that he is doing ridiculous things that are hurting my family and friends and my community and myself. But I'm not mad at the ideology of he said what he meant and meant what he said. We got so many politicians that say one thing and then we don't hear from them no more.
That's crazy. I'm just thinking about the latest person that just got voted into a position with a Hesper. What's the person's name?
Who?
The woman that just got what's her name? No experience whatsoever. He has the most unqualified vote.
Now he got some people that I wouldn't hire them at the Dream Center in positions that which is crazy. Who?
Is it Tulsi Gabbard?
Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, well, most of them you can go down the list.
My God.
His appointees are.
But they pushing them through.
They pushing them through.
Could you imagine Barack with those same kind of folks? They'd be like, no, man.
Well, you know what?
Well, you know what I do give Trump credit for? He stacked the deck prior to. He definitely, this was a chess game. He strategically planned this on his way out of office on his first term, and he strategically planned it. That's why he knew. He wasn't worried. Every time he came, he just said whatever he wanted to say. He said he did. You're right. He said what he was going to do, and he did it. But he didn't say all of it, and that's where the rub comes in, because if he had said and outlined everything that he was going to do to desecrate so many vital, essential programs, I don't think the American people would have rocked with that.
They put it in Project 2025.
But I don't think the farmers.
I'm not familiar with it.
Most people did not read it, but I think the farmers.
I'm saying that was him.
That was there, and you know what he kept saying? It's not me, but everything in it is happening.
Absolutely.
So, you know the old saying. We've said this a lot of times, and I think Trump is the epitome of this saying now. Don't hate the player, hate the game, because all he doing is playing the game. You're right. He stacked his deck and he stacked it good. He kept campaigning, even when the news was reporting he's having another rally, and it wasn't campaign season. He knew what he was doing. Keep his base energized. Keep supporting other candidates, getting them in. So by the time it's my turn to get back in office, everybody I need is in position.
Loyal.
Well, yeah, that's
the security show for the day.
I know. Well, you know what? You better secure your lives and your mind, because we are here now, and all we can do is pray and trust God, because we can say it as loud as we can. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. It matters who's sitting on the throne. And the last time I checked, God was still on the throne. Ain't that right, Tammy Fair on the L?
God is definitely on the throne. But, we're in the streets. And we need to take to the streets. I have a strategy that really could choke this whole situation out.
You going to work for the Trump administration?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because he's firing people.
Yeah, well.
He didn't say nothing about no mass hiring. He said he was firing people.
He got a lot of people that voted for him.
Yeah, he did.
What? And who the fool? Them. Because he showed you who he was, but you didn't believe him. It's an old parable. The guy pulled over on the side of the road. Snake was hurt. He picked the snake up, nursed the snake back to health. The snake bit him with venomous poison. As he was dying, he asked the snake, "Why would you bite me? I helped you." He said, "I'm a snake. What else did you expect me to do?"
That's right. That's exactly right.
I always tell people, if I know you're a liar and you lie to me and I get mad, who the fool?
Well, you know what? I'm glad that we talked about all of this that's going on, because one of the resonating um, issues on the call last night was, are we facing a civil war? And if we are, no time is better than now for you to prepare yourself in your security game, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if that we are going to have a civil war, because people are going to get tired of this on every arena, as evidence and how they received Trump at the Super Bowl. You know, a lot of people didn't see that, but for those who did, there was a lot of angry people out there. And so, you know, I have some very skeptical, I'll say in air quotes, afraid people who are literally buying more guns because they're afraid of what is going to happen. The anxiety levels in this country are at an all-time high. But you know what? You can kind of quell some of that anxiousness if you call Stacey Chauncey at 866-447-3344. Now, you might say, you know, what is a security alarm system going to do if we do have a civil war? Well, I can tell you what it can give you an alert so that you can evacuate if somebody's at your house. It can give you warning signs.
Called life safety, right?
Exactly. So let's get to that, because people are really in a state of shock, really. And
They are, and if you have your Smith and Weston, right? You need to know what door they coming in.
Amen, everybody.
So you can
exactly.
exactly. You need to have the motion technology with the geofencing, that you can have the cameras that when somebody pulled up in your driveway, you get an alert that individuals have breached your driveway. So you need to be in a position where you know what's going on 24/7, 365, and twice on Sundays.
Yep.
So one of the questions was, do they have AI, night vision and motion detection? Before I canceled all of my Amazon subscriptions, I bought some gas masks, right?
Oh Lord
No,
Jesus.
seriously, I bought a gas mask for everyone in my house. And, you know, AI is a big concern because people are thinking that that's why this information grab with the Musk situation is actually the end game, is to grab everybody's information. And if you have that kind of information, you have so much power. So is there an AI component to security?
There is, but the geofencing is really what they consider to be like the AI piece, where you can actually uh, um, designate what areas, you know, when people breach those particular areas based on times and incidents, and have the distinction between animals and pets and people and the whole 9 yards. But I just want the listener to understand that when you start talking about controlling all your technology, you're really talking about having a central hub. Right, and that central hub puts you in a position where you can see your cameras, unlock your doors. If there's a flood type situation going on, you know exactly what's going on before it's out of control. You control your thermostats. You can do everything from that central hub. And so I think it's really important for the listeners to understand that you can have your alerts and your notifications, all that coming through that potential central hub. And that's what the listeners need to understand.
So, you know, one of the features that I really like about my alarm system is sometimes I
Life safety system.
okay, yeah, whatever.
She
So
can't.
Put your hand out there. Life safety.
Put your gas mask on. No, listen.
But one of the features that I like about whatever you said is that sometimes I leave my garage door open, right? And I actually can remotely close my garage door. Also, I can keep people out or I can let people in. I know when someone or something, because I got deer that come around my house, right? I know when something is around my house. And so I would know either to go someplace besides home or to go home, or at least call. Well, my alarm system actually calls the authorities.
Her life safety system calls the authority, guys.
Yeah.
And the reason that we are doing our best to change that conversation when it comes to that, because in our community, we know the alarm system is simply being if someone's trying to break into the home. The reason, Tammy, you hear me using the word life safety system, because it encompasses so many more
It's appropriate.
than just an alarm system.
And it's appropriate to this conversation when Tammy, you started life safety.
Yeah.
You want to make sure your life is safe. You get you a good life safety system. And all you have to do is call Stacey at
866-447-3344. That number is 866-447-3344. 866-447-3344.
Well, Stacey, you always educate us, and all of the listeners that I run into the community always say how good of a job you've done setting up their life safety system. And so we are so excited to have you with us. And Tamara has a burning question.
Well, I just wanted to know what kind of home security app offers you have, and is it user friendly? Because a lot of people don't know that they can do so much on the app.
It absolutely is user friendly, but one thing I can say is I'm very consistent.
Yeah.
What I gave away last week and the week before that is what I'm giving away today.
Okay.
And the reason that's important, Hans, is because when you call folks, be like, what did he do for you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no inconsistency. We're doing the same thing.
Same thing.
And that's important. So tomorrow, when you guys are at the senior, what you call it, the
Senior day party, you pulling up?
No, the senior kickback.
All right.
The senior kickback tomorrow. Make sure y'all give away a couple of those life safety systems.
Okay.
To those individuals, compliments of me.
All right.
They just got to be homeowners.
Well, listen, call 866-447-3344. Connect with Stacey. If you're free tomorrow and you're a senior, meet us at 6978 Soul Food from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
2 to 3.
The first 100 seniors are free. Go to whoisjac.org to register. That's whoisjac.org. Tamara Fair on the air in your gas mask. I love you.
You know what? Let me tell you something. You're going to wish you had that gas.
I'm about to go order me one.
I love you too.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. Up next, AC Green. We get it done all night long. Right here on Inspiration 1390.
Guys, tomorrow I'm going to have a solution for you. And I'm going to have an expert that is going to give some credence to that solution. Hopefully, we can make an impact so that we can really put some of this nervousness.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Plan of action.
Right, Lord Jesus.
To fight back on a level playing field, or at least start to.
I'm about to order me a gas mask.
Don't
Tina said she getting one.
put that in your notification.
Right, because once the gas mask without a filter.
420.
All right, see you guys.
See you tomorrow. Tina said she getting the gas mask. She about to order one. That was a good idea. Oh, we got them on sale. Go to
I got you.
squeeze.com.